Well, make sure to be layered up as you walk out the door tonight. Wind chills can dip as low as -25, especially in inland areas where those temperatures will drop below zero. Now, the good news, though, for the weekend, we will keep it mostly dry, but still keep it somewhat frigid. When it comes to the work week, though, somewhat divided. There's some good news and some bad news. First, with the bad news, we do have to deal with some snow on Monday and Tuesday, but things begin to warm up and dry off by Wednesday and Thursday, especially on Thursday, where temperatures will actually be very close to normal for this time of the year. Now, going back over the last day or so, we did begin to see that changeover from rain into snow, and those areas that really saw the snow arrive earlier in the day on Thursday really piled up, especially towards the west. Ironwood at 8.6, Painesdale at 7.1, Ontonagon at 5.5, and then sliding over towards the east, Munising at 4.5 inches of snowfall for January 11th. That actual disturbance is now affecting parts of the Ohio Valley, but still not completely out of the state of Michigan. Still dealing with a couple of snow showers into Detroit and extending into Indianapolis. Mixed precipitation into parts of Cincinnati. So if you're traveling, say, from I-75 from the Sioux all the way down to, say, Knoxville, Tennessee, you're actually going to encounter rain by the time you make your way into parts of Tennessee. And this will eventually slide its way towards the south as we go over the next day or so. So if you're heading, say, towards parts of New England or even parts of the Mid-Atlantic, watch out for that danger as you make your way into Saturday. So for us down closer to home, though, high pressure will become the dominant feature for Saturday and even majority of Sunday. Tomorrow, though, we will have great times. We'll have a decent amount of sunshine. We already started seeing that sunshine enter throughout the afternoon today as things finally began to improve. That lake effect snow beginning to wind down as those winds will begin to try to lessen, but that moisture itself, it's already drained out with high pressure in control. This Arctic air is really just going to stick around to the beginning of the work week before we introduce another disturbance on Monday. So on Monday, we will introduce another disturbance, but we'll already start seeing the signs of the weather beginning to crumble by Sunday as we introduce those clouds Sunday afternoon. By Sunday night, that's when the snowflakes begin to fall, continuing into Monday. And you can already see by Martin Luther King Day, widespread snow all throughout the UP, drier times in Minnesota. And we'll eventually tap into that drier air on Wednesday and Thursday. By then, though, great news is that the temperatures begin to warm up. But we could expect a couple of inches of snowfall for the beginning of the work week. -2 snow showers, though, decreasing, becoming scattered and eventually isolated by tomorrow morning. But those winds coming out of the northwest at 15 to 20 miles per hour is just going to make it feel raw and brutal out there. So really make sure to bundle up, try to avoid frostbite. It can take as little as 20 to 30 minutes, and even in some areas, if it dips down even further, even down to 15 minutes. For tomorrow, though, no changes when it comes to that wind pattern coming out of the northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, just continuing to drive that cold air all throughout our viewing area. 13 degrees in Iron Mountain, 3 in Ontonagon, 9 in Houghton. Wind chills, though, overall will stay on the negative side throughout our Saturday, despite the sunshine being somewhat plentiful and finally here. But overall, though, Sunday, the cookie begins to crumble with the clouds. Then the snow arrives on Monday, lingers into Tuesday, and then we start climbing out of that hole when it comes to that mercury as we top out at 24 on Thursday.